Welcome in for another episode from the Critics Collective. I'm Ron. I'm with Iris, and we are going to talk Wicked for Good. We're going to go ahead and give you our highs and lows. Then we're going to go ahead and rate it from 0 to 5, and we are not going to spoil it for you. But if you give us 10 likes on this video, we'll come back and we'll talk about the spoilers in part one and part two. Before we go ahead and get into that, I do need to go a little bit back in Oz and go forward. The first part, which was Wicked, that came out in 2024, was called, Behind the Scenes Wicked Part One. That movie came out and just broke box office records for what they were doing. The budget is 150 million estimated. Same thing as Part Two, and they grossed in the U.S. $474 million. They almost did $800 million worldwide. Their opening weekend was 112 million. So this was a very successful movie with a running time of 2 hours and 40 minutes. Now, we're not going to go into it in detail, but Iris, for part one, did you like it? Did you not like it? And why?
Part one, oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I sang. I saw because I originally had seen it on Broadway. So seeing it in live action, I was in the theater like this, going
Okay, all
hard.
right.
People talking about shut up. Like, okay.
Which there was a fight in one of the theaters because people were singing or mumbling or whatever to the music. And I feel like opening weekend for movies like this, yes, it's a musical, but shut your ass up. Right? Shut your ass up. Unless there's some lyrics on the
Listen,
screen,
listen.
I don't want to hear that. I'm singing to myself. Like people are mouthing it. I don't want to hear that. That's just me. Don't get me wrong. I'll sing like a mother, but if you're going to sing, you better be able to back that up. I feel like you can, Iris. I'm just saying some other people might not. Now, for me, Wicked, the first part, I loved it as well. I was like begging my wife to listen to the original cast and get like to watch this, and she found a different way to watch it, and she enjoyed it nevertheless. But it was just visually what they were doing, the story, and being able to take what my imagination put together 10, 15 plus years, 14 plus years of this musical and see it presented the way it was. So, with that being said, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more notifications on. Again, we get those likes, we'll come back and deep dive a little bit more. Now, Wicked for Good, right now is about $6 million in. They've only had maybe 2 release days, merch everywhere for this movie, and this continues with these two friends, these two people at the point where they're possibly rivals, and you're watching kind of what's happening. And this is the conclusion of this Broadway musical that I think came out in 2003. You're now seeing the finale right now. So, Iris, what are your highs and lows for Wicked for Good?
My only low really for this one is that I will say I feel there was maybe some pieces that kind of dragged on. Now I love me a musical. I really do. And I think they were very good with their choice of, okay, this is the scene where they'll sing, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't like every other word or every other scene was just straight singing, you know? Um, but the movie felt so much longer than what it was. I know it was a 2 hour and some change movie, but I feel like I was there for days. I was like, oh my God. And I didn't want to get up
Mhm.
uh and miss anything. Even though if you guys haven't seen it, Mr. Dead Panther does
I
give
told you
you
when to pee
uh 2 spots of when you gotta pee. But if after those 2 spots you gotta pee, you're shit out of luck.
because it
Because you
picks
will
up.
miss points. Yeah, it does. But it did. It felt so much longer than the first half to me.
Hmm.
Now, highs. It was visually stunning.
Hmm.
Like the sets, the costumes, it the just seeing the colors, like it's just everything. It was so eye catching. I loved it. It was so pleasing to the eye. Um, how our characters progressed, especially Glenda or Galinda, whatever.
Hmm.
however the hell she wants you to say her name. I love how her character progressed because I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I really wanted to punch her in the face. I'm not with that slapping shit, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna slap you, I'm gonna punch you. And I really did. And I had mad respect for what was his name? Fury? Fury,
Pharaoh.
whatever.
Pharaoh.
Her man.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know, I really I loved it all around. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
so
lie.
nothing,
It felt
nothing.
forever, but
Oh,
mostly
okay.
just our
So
character progression.
okay, so for me, it's interesting that you said it feels forever, but I will agree that the pacing, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Again, I come from the idea, I have seen the Broadway, but that was years ago to the point that I put it out of my mind so that I had a brand new experience. I listened to the music hundreds of times. So I'm not, obviously on that. So maybe there was an idea of when dialogue was going to jump in versus the song and stuff like that. But this is actually 30 minutes shorter than the part one. So just keep that in mind. This
Really?
is, yes, it is. It's 30, almost 30 minutes shorter than the first part. Um, the some of the stuff I didn't like was and it's not bad, it's just you want more of this world from the Wizard of Oz of 1939. We talked about that review. There's Tin Man, Emerald City, Return to Oz. Check those reviews that we've done where we talk about some of the other projects that span from this. But for this part, I wanted it darker, and I understand why it couldn't be darker based off of what they gave. Not just pulling from the book because that would have been too dark, but I just really wanted a darker tone on it. Um, but I couldn't find anything really I don't like. The stuff I loved, again, the costume. You have the award-winning um, costume designer who won an Oscar last year for the first one. Does an amazing job telling a story with fabric, and the team that put together the set, like everything was there and it's on point. The voices, from what I'm hearing, is they sung this live, and it's ridiculous, the range and stuff that they were all able to do. Some strong performances. I think Jeff does a really good job in his performance. Madam, some people are kind of, they wanted Cheryl to reprise that role, but I thought everything was good. The parts for me that really I needed was, I'm not going to spoil anything. Cynthia, when she gets to those moments where there's no good deed, and as long as your mind, those, I needed those to hit, and I thought they did it very tasteful. Whether you have kids there or not, they conveyed that message. They showed that passion and anger, and some nods to the history of this as well. I won't spoil it, but I enjoyed it. And with that being said, we're gonna rate it. We rate things here from a 0 to a 5. You can check the review that Iris and them did on the first Wicked. We might come back and rate it again for the first Wicked, but we're right now we're focused on Wicked for Good. Just came out in theaters. We had the opportunity to see it a little early, and by this time, you guys should be generally being able to see this. And the actual musical came out on everywhere that you need to, and you have vinyl that came out. So keep that in mind. So Iris, where do you rate Wicked for Good?
Oh, 5, definitely.
Okay.
This movie was
Okay.
excellent. It was excellent.
Okay. All right. So 5. So I would agree. I would say it's a 5. What this movie is going to do, and a lot of people would love to be on a project like this. And what I mean by it is a project where you have something that can stand the test of time, similar to Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz and Interception, and just certain movies where it's just, especially even the ending. Again, not spoiling anything. It leads conversation. I'll say that. And so I think they did a really good job putting this movie together, when this could have been so wrong on so many different ways, regardless how the first one went. So I think they've been handling it well. You got that one night in Oz that they did that special and the behind the scenes. But hopefully these ladies can get some rest, because I don't know about you, but I've been seeing them online through this press run that they're going around the country and the world like a rock star, and they're
Mhm.
constantly crying and fighting people off. And I
Yeah.
hope they get some fucking sleep. I hope they let them. relax and chill. I don't know. Let them simmer down a little bit. But hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. Like I said, 10 likes, we'll come back and talk a little bit more deeper in both parts of the movie and kind of what we liked. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here with us, Ron and Iris. Until next time.